Allow me to paint a picture for my fellas. You finally meet that girl. You finally get her back to the crib. A has led to B. B is leading to C. C is leading to, no pun intended, D. Shit is popping, right? She's ready. She's on the bed. She's looking at you. Everything's looking like this is exactly what you wanted. In your brain, you're hyped, you're excited. And then you get close to it, and all of a sudden, shit ain't working. Your general didn't show up the way he wanted him on the battlefield. What happens now? This is Man Myth Monday on Deep Thoughts with Iron. I'm your host, Iron Emperor, and we're going to dig into this right now. So, what happens at that point, fellas? A lot of things go through our head, right? At that moment, we got to keep our cool. We got to keep our composure. We look her dead in the face, and we keep it real chill. Nah, baby, you look beautiful. Give me 1 second. He's just, I don't know, just acting up right now. Give me a second. You look beautiful, baby. But in our head, it's a different scenario. Bruh, now? This is game 7, nigga. You John Starkson right now. She don't notice, bro. She don't notice. Be good, be good, be good. Lick your lips, lick your lips. This is game 7. So now let's say you're one of two things. You either come quick or your shit don't go how it's supposed to go. So let's start with the come quick part, which is common. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me many a times. And there's actually, if she's watching, there's one girl, I had a American Pie moment where literally, as I got that much in there, shot off. Yeah, and I was a grown man. This was ridiculous. But anyway, the come quick warrior, right? You can either turn into the panic man, or you can be the excuse man. I've been both. I've been both. Or if you don't get hard and you're what I like to say, and I got it from Archer, pushing rope. So imagine pushing rope into a hole. It's not going to be that effective. You keep trying and you keep trying. You stall. You eat the pussy for another 5 extra minutes. Sometimes that can get too long to where you're going in and you're trying to please her while you're fucking working the triceps and the biceps, and the shit is just fucking like this. And she starts to notice. It happens. And then you look at her with the disappointed face. Shall we try this again tomorrow? And you say, yeah. You hope she says, yes, we can try this tomorrow. But for a percentage of us, we're like, I hope she doesn't come back. Or I hope she doesn't let this happen tomorrow or tonight again. This is called sexual performance anxiety. And it is a very, 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 let me fix this. It's a very common thing, fellas. And I'm here as the first myth to throw it out there for the ladies to say, we are not robots. We are not what TV says. You don't ever see a love scene on a movie where Idris Elba got shorty in the bed and it ends with her on the other end of the bed and him sitting on the corner of the bed in panic mode because his dick ain't working. He always knocks it out. And they never have condoms either, so HIV must not be a real thing in these movies, but strap up, kids. Eric does. Anyway, so what goes into that? What happens? Why does that happen? Well, performance anxiety, according to WebMD, sorry, that's the wrong mouse. Let me check my super technological two-computer system. What can lead to sexual performance anxiety? Fear that you won't perform in bed and satisfy your partner. Been there. Check. Poor body image. I haven't had that, but I can understand that. Problems in your relationship. Had that at one point. Worry that your penis won't measure up. Bro, there ain't a ruler that can fucking fit mine, so I ain't worried about that. Ladies, don't call me out on that. Concern about ejaculating too early. That's probably number one on a lot of fellas' minds and a lot of women's heads. And anxiety about not being able to orgasm. Interesting. So let's let's run through all of those scenarios. Fear that you won't perform well in bed. Now, I will say this. Especially if it's a woman that you like or you've been attracted to for a while and you really want to show your best effort. Most fellas, except the selfish niggas out there, maybe even the selfish niggas, we really want to put our best foot forward. You know, I can't give you a 50-point night the first night if I don't know you because, you know, that 50-point nights turn women into cycles, but I can give you a good 20-point night on 7 for 20 shooting. Not bad, right? But what if I put so much pressure on myself that now I'm nervous and nothing works? And there's a difference between men and women in this department, and this is something that women don't really take into account. Now, let's assume everybody's healthy and there's no trauma, anything like that. So let's say for the sake of the example, everybody's even. If a woman gets really nervous, she may dry up, right? Possible. She may get really tense. Cool. But that doesn't necessarily end the night. Her anxiety is not going to affect her performance in the sense that it's not going to end the night in an awkward situation. We got lube. If she's stressed out, maybe we could take a shot. If she's tense, or maybe we can burn something up, whatever. If a man gets super nervous, his dick doesn't get hard, he comes fast, that could be the end of the night. And that's a level of stress and anxiety that a lot of women don't understand, and how could you? So that in itself puts a lot of pressure on us, and that's difficult. When it comes to poor body image, again, I can't necessarily speak on that myself, though I have my own shit too. And that's another myth that I want to kind of bust out there, is that men don't have insecurities about how we look. I do, and I think I'm a pretty decent looking dude. But sometimes when I look down and I see the little belly flap on the bottom with all the water pooling in there, slapping against her ass or whatever, that shit ain't sexy to me either, and that can affect the confidence. Everything else on myself personally, I'm good with, but a lot of men aren't, and that's something that has to really be taken into account. Problems in your relationship, yeah, that happens. Concern about coming too quick. This one is fucking common. We've all been there. I've been there often. And yeah, like I said, with that super fast American Pie joint, it happens to the best of us. The best of us. And the worst thing, ladies, and I'm speaking directly to y'all, the worst thing you can do is get mad, laugh, make fun of the nigga, or ridicule him. That's fucked up. And all you're going to do right there is turn him off. That's the end of it. There's a mind-dick connection. And when we come into a situation where we're anxious during sex, we turn into fight or flight mode. Now, if you're in a mode where you feel like you're in a bad situation, all that blood goes somewhere else. The cortisol jumps off crazy, and it affects the sex. You making fun of him does not make that shit go away, and it's not going to make it better. Think about how stupid that is. Oh, nigga, get hard. Come on. Another thing that doesn't work is telling your man relax. Now, it's nice, and I get it. What else are you supposed to do, ladies, right? And I don't have an answer for you. But relax doesn't help. That's like, you don't think at any point in this time, homie wasn't like, God damn, I gotta relax. I want to give a big shout out to bitch ass Samsung for just sending me the update install. I don't want that shit, man. You're not gonna fucking fuck my phone up. I guess I have to do it at some point, but that was annoying. Threw my whole shit off. But anyway, long story short, I'm gonna give you an example from self. I speak my truth here, and I'm here as an example for my brothers out here to show it happens to the best of us. And I'm going to try to drive some game for the ladies too, if you're in this situation. My last girlfriend, who I dated for months before we officially got together, the first day of our official, that's my girlfriend, my dick just decided I'm not showing up. And it was in the middle of it, and slowly but surely, my little man was going to sleep. And I'll never forget, she said, "What's wrong, baby?" And I said, "I don't know." Long story short, that shit happened the entire 3 days. And it kept happening. And that developed a monster in my head. And I was in a long-distance relationship, so I didn't see her for a few weeks. Excuse me. So during this time, all I did was build the monster up. And it got to the point where I wasn't getting hard if I was looking at porno. And if I did jerking my own shit off, it was like, thank God I could still get hard. And I say that to kind of put it out there, excuse me, for my fellas. See, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. It happens, man. And I think the best thing for you to do is to accept the fact that it's happening. Don't try to run from it. Don't try to run into pills and all of that shit. I did all of that, bro. I tried horny goat weed, but I've been taking that since I was 18. Little side tip, fellas. If your shit is on point and you take that horny goat weed, trust me, you can carry her on your shit into the bedroom. It's that ill. It works that well. Fuck, man. So, sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Pause. The install clearly got me upset. I was also trying something called Tribulus, which is supposedly raise your your T cells, whoa, your testosterone. And I'm at the time I'm in my mid 30s, but my T levels were at a level of a person 5 years younger than me. So that wasn't an issue, but I still took them. And then I took some red shit. I don't remember what it's called. And it was supposed to open the blood vessels so my shit gets hard. And I took that shit. And I remember I went to see my girl up where she lived at. We had to get a hotel because her mom lived with her, so we couldn't, get crazy there. And I'm so scared, man. I'm so nervous. I'm in a parking lot waiting for her. I popped 2 of these pills. I'm sitting there watching a porno. Like, yeah, I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. By the time we got upstairs, my dick was literally a balloon. It got hard, but there was no erection, if that makes sense. It couldn't stand up. It was a fucking balloon. And that didn't work. I tried, what's some joints that you tied around your nuts? That was a fucking disaster. For you fucking pervert niggas out there that like that shit, y'all need to go fucking see somebody about that, man. And I got a friend of mine that does that shit, nigga. I'm looking right at you. That's the worst thing you ever told me. So fuck you, all right? Fuck you, man. Anyway, the point of that is it's a mind connection. It's unless you do have something wrong physically, and you see a doctor about that, it's mental. And the best thing I can tell you, fellas, in that situation, breathe, be of the moment. You got her. She's ready. She's opened up to you already. Now it's time to close the deal. But you don't gotta be fucking Iron Mike Tyson in a pussy, man. Just take your time. Tell her from jump. Like, this is something that I have. That happens at times. I've had to say that before. My ex-girlfriend is not the only one that's happened. So actually, luckily with her, I had a good 5 months of just a resume of just knocking it out. I'm not editing that shit. I had a resume of knocking it out. So luckily she knew the work could be put in. So I had that at least. But, reassure her, like, this is something that happens. It happens to the best of us. Ladies, here's a couple of other myths that I really want to debunk for you on this one. And I've heard this from a few of the conversations that I've had with some of my female friends, one of my family members who opened up to me. If a man doesn't get hard, 9 times out of 10, that has nothing to do with you. And I'm going to say this, and this might ruffle some feathers, but that's a very self-centered point of view, I think. If a dude doesn't get hard, when I didn't get hard with my ex, or when I lost my erection, I immediately had to reassure her, it's not you. You look fine. Because I know immediately it turns into, oh my God, he's not attracted to me. It doesn't do it for him anymore. I don't turn him on. Bullshit. And not to gas her up. She'll probably never see this, but I thought my ex-girlfriend was the baddest thing walking. So it had nothing to do with the attraction level. It was up here. I've also heard if a man doesn't come, he's either cheating, which doesn't make no fucking sense, or he's, again, not attracted to me. So now where's the line at? You don't like the dude that comes fast because he's a beta nigga, but you also don't want the dude that fucks for a long time, but then you say you want marathons sometimes, but if he fucks for too long, then he's not interested in you because he's not coming. You see what this shit, you see the road that we got to walk into? It doesn't make sense. And it's fucking hard to navigate. I'm here to tell y'all, it's fucking hard to navigate that shit. And so was it. If I give you 10 minutes, that's perfect. But if I give you 10 minutes and 40 seconds, now I'm cheating or I'm not interested. Listen, at the end of the day, it happens to the best of us. And it will happen to me again. And for whoever I am with that happens to, be patient. That's the key. She was very patient with me. She was not an asshole about it. Granted, I had a resume, and maybe if I didn't have that resume of Hulk smashing, maybe she wouldn't have been as patient. But I took the steps. I even went to therapy. Y'all know I'm pro-therapy. Why does this shit keep moving? Pause. I'm pro-therapy. I went to therapy, and it worked. Anyway, this your man, Iron. That's all I got for y'all. This is Man Myth Mondays. And I'm going to holla at y'all. Peace. I might have to put this in 2 parts, but fuck you, Samsung. And fuck you, nigga that fucking told me about the nut rubber band joints. All right? My name is Iron, producer's best friend. Website on the bottom. Check it out. Peace.